experience, accept the experience, appreciate the experience, and learn how to move on from things that don't serve you well, and find your journey, respect your journey, and love it.
What's good, people? It's your boy Double O, and I'm back with another one. Let me check the audio real quick. You already know what to do. If you new, make sure you hit the like button for your boy. Support the channel. Let me know, help out the help the growth of the channel. I'm gonna give y'all time to do that. Give me one moment. Okay, man, it's been a crazy day, boy. They're like, Melo, you ain't gonna talk about it. You scared of the topic, man. Are you dumb? That's all I gotta say. Are you dumb? Like, come on now. Stop the madness. Also, while you at it, man, make sure y'all, if you're new, should subscribe for your boys. Hit that subscribe button for me. You know what I'm saying? We on the road to 5K. Doing pretty good right now. Alright, I'm gonna give you time to do that also while I keep checking the audio. Make sure everything cool for the most part. Yeah, said, boy, these boys out here looking like witness protection out here. They pray on your downfall. Low key want your success. Ain't there something? They want your success, but they pray on your downfall. Oh boy. Can't make it up, man. Okay, there you go. Like and subscribe if you're new. Make sure that message in there. Okay. Alright, we're looking good. Looking good, looking great. Let me just check that mail. Alright, came through back. Alright, man, you see the title. You see what we talking about. Pretty much I wanted to touch bases on the Microsoft layoffs, of course, I just said. And also um the Golden Girls of Gaming has been caught with their pants down, pause. Uh they dentures fell out their mouth in disbelief at what Microsoft was really doing. And with this new deal that's going on with the Rogue Ally and the new interface with Steam integration. And I think a lot of people thought that Microsoft was play pimping out here. They was play joking. Like it was going to be some X Cloud not performing well type of experience. And oh, the games won't play native, and oh, you can't bring your library with you. All of that mess has been thrown out the window. Microsoft just rolled out a beta program for the actual Steam integration, and it has left people with their dentures falling out their mouth, like they are at disbelief and can't even comprehend or compute what's going on in front of them. So we're gonna talk about it. And yeah, that's what it is. Let me go ahead and start off first with this Microsoft situation because I want to keep the that situation for last. So Microsoft is laying off another group of people, uh, and this is from CNBC. I don't know why there's a tongue twist for me, but it says Microsoft laying off about 6,000. So it's a roughly around that number. No one actually has solid numbers, but somewhere around that number. Or 3% of his workforce. 3%. That should tell you how massive Microsoft, how many people are employed with Microsoft. Uh, it says, hold on right here, even with the key points. I didn't see that last time. It says Microsoft, which is cutting 3% of its hard head count, had 228,000 employees as of June of last June. So they had did some cuts. I think it was like under 10,000. So you still got over 200,000 employees at Microsoft that's employed. So, but they happen to cut 3%. But this is the thing that they won't highlight. And granted, you know, people losing their jobs is a serious matter. Um, it's a change in people's lifestyle, they hobbies, that just all around income to the home, the whole shebang. So yes, losing jobs sucks, but we live in a capitalist society. I people tend not to like forget about that or ignore that thing when they doing this console warring, and it looks pretty pathetic on their end because this is this is part of the game of doing business. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna lose people, you're gonna gain people. It's all about the knowledge and success that you receive while on the journey. But let's continue, man. I ain't finna preach to you. So it says on here, Microsoft on Tuesday said that it's laying off 3% of its employees across all levels, teams, and geographics, affecting about 6,000 people. So off of that sentence alone, 3% is coming from all levels, not just one particular level. It's not just, oh, we're laying off 6,000 plus employees in gaming. It's all divisions, all areas, all geographic areas of Microsoft. Because Microsoft is not just headquartered in the US, they have other locations. And of course, it's going to affect things because uh, even with the tariff with the orange man, we can't say his name, uh, the situation with the tariffs with the government, Microsoft made a promise that they was going to also bring back infrastructure to the U.S. as a whole. So even within that process, it's things are going to change. So we continue. This is a spokesperson from Microsoft that says we continue to implement organized changes necessary to best position the company for success in a dynamic marketplace. A Microsoft spokesman stated to CNBC, the company reported better than expected results with 25.8 billion quarterly net income, in an upbeat forecast in late April. So we in June. This is late April reports that they showing 25.8 billion. That's a B. It says Microsoft have 228,000 employees worldwide at the end of June. On Tuesday, Washington State said that the company was reducing headcount tied to its remnant headquarters by 1,985 people, including 1,510 in office. So apparently he had off, how they have people that work remotely. Then they had the office itself, and then you had about 2,000 from the headquarters. So again, this is not just one particular area. This is just not gaming that they're removing people. Again, uh, sorry that these people are losing their jobs, of course, but Microsoft is aggressively adjusting to the times, and it's clearly being shown. All companies does it. Amazon did layoffs. Sony has done layoffs, multiple layoffs. Um, it's just that Microsoft, due to the amount of people that they have, when you hear 10,000, 6,000, it's gonna it's gonna have a ripple effect. Like it hits different when you hear those numbers, and then when you really pull down what they have and you see it's only 3%. Come on, it's a nothing burger. Like you making a fuss out of nothing. And it's actually, in my opinion, what should be a concern. I'm gonna talk about it at the end after I'm finished this last little paragraph real quick. It said in total, it's likely Microsoft's largest round of layoffs since the elimination. Oh, that's crazy. You use the word elimination. Like, what the world? Yeah, he could have used a better word than that. But elimination of 10,000 roles in 2023. In January, the company announced a small round of layoffs that were performance based. These new job cuts are not related to performance, the spokesman said. Uh, then it talked about multiple areas, like one objective is to reduce layer of management. The spokesman said in January, Amazon announced it was getting rid of some employees after noticing unnecessary layers in the organization. Late week, last week, I said late week. Last week, cybersecurity software provider CrowdStrike. If y'all don't know what CrowdStrike is, go do y'all research. Not financial advice. Just look at them. Announced it will lay off of 5% of its workforce. Now, CloudStrike is, I'm just gonna give you a synopsis. I ain't gonna give you the details, but they do a lot of security-based face recognitions, fingerprint scanning, a lot involved with the Pentagon in the US. And even in this situation, the amount of stuff that they do, the importance of what they're doing, 5% was laid off. That should tell you something. So I don't want to get too much into the full financials. Only part they have here is with Satya Nadella, and he said, how do you really tweak the incentives go to the market? The Satya Nadella said, at a time of platform shifts, you kind of want to make sure you lean into even the new design wins. You just don't keep doing the stuff that you did in the previous generation. I want to reiterate that. I was trying to put some emphasis into it because that is a key part of this conversation. How do you really tweak the incentives go to the market? Question mark. Nadalia said. At a time of platform shifts, you kind of want to make sure you lean into even the new design wins, and you just don't keep doing the stuff that you did previous generation. End quote from Satya Nadella. Stock market is booming. Monday it was up $449.26. The highest price so far this year. They closed at around 47.56, so $467.56 last year in July. So everybody is like, okay, they're going down. This is a sign that Microsoft is getting out of the gaming business. They're going third party. They let people go. No, it wasn't. They're lying to you once again, like always. This was a broad brush of layoffs, not just in one particular area. On top of that, it was 3% out of 228,000 employees. Um, and I don't want to say it's a nothing burger because again, it's people losing their jobs, but it leans into what Satya Nadella just said. Do you stand with tradition, the old way of doing things, and lose money? Or do you pivot, adjust, and adapt to the climate in which we're in, and you make the unfortunate cuts to continue to success in the future? Now, this is the real question that should be a topic that's going around in the gaming industry or just in general when you're speaking about Microsoft. There, it should be a heavy concern, in my opinion. Let me go here. No, not that one. It should be a heavy concern, in my opinion, of how aggressive Microsoft is moving into the AI space. That part right there is very critical because, and I was trying to explain to people in the Discord about this, Microsoft was at the early stage fronts of investing into AI and open AI operations. Hint Cortana, hint the reason with the Rogue Ally having a chip that's based with AI integrated from the ground up. NVIDIA and their groundbreaking success with AI and pretty much all of their GPUs and their products that they're selling in the future is AI heavy related. and Microsoft has heavy shares in OpenAI. They got a nice chunk for its success. That's why they're implementing it everywhere that they can, from Bing to their laptops to the devices that they have, as well as is coming in the future of software, even possibly the NPCs in video games. So when y'all come with this dry narrative and this weird conversation about, oh, they're coming out of the gaming business, it's like, are you slow dumb, or are you just choosing to want to count console war instead of just looking at the facts? Everybody is adapting to the time. Everybody is changing. Everyone ain't going by the same pace and speed. Microsoft is, in my opinion, are taking the gloves off. They got the Azure data services that they have Cortana, they got Copilot. Right now, they're like, we're all hands on deck, and we're willing to cut the fat to exceed to the future. And as aggressive as it is, it's concerning because when it comes to gaming, I was explaining to him, like, right now, like with Unreal Engine and a lot of other engines. I'm only speaking on Unreal Engine because that's what I've been conditioning to learn from and pick my information from. And that in Xcode for Apple. They have assistants where I can make a procedural land, like I can make a map, like a Grand Theft Auto map, in less than like 10 minutes, 15 minutes top. I'm talking about procedural landmass being created in the matter of minutes, compared to this being something that would take months to do. I'm talking about you'll have multitude of people uh, working on this world, this environment, just so it can work out the kinks and bugs. And we ain't even talking about adding in buildings and detail yet. I'm just talking about making a procedural landscape of an idea of a map on the game. Just the landmass, nothing extra outside of like mountains, trees, lakes, and stuff like that. But buildings, just the landmass itself. We're talking about they able to do this in 10 to 15 minutes, 30 minutes tops, depending on your computer. That's how advanced OpenAI is, to the point where you don't need a 15, 20 man team to do this. It's literally one, maybe three people. One, you really only need one to have the ideal and be able to create it, but three just to look over and confirm everything. That's a crazy dip in number compared to the 10 and 15 that you needed previously. Microsoft sees that, Microsoft knows this, and they're adapting to the times. That's what I took off of what Satya Nadella is saying. We're going to trim fat to better our future. We can pump out games faster than we could ever at this point, and with AI and Cortana and Copilot, it helps us to pull out this content even faster and more efficient. Um, the biggest concern is, like I said, how aggressive Microsoft is with this, because at some point, is it going to really remove the identity and the personality of gaming? Or are we sitting in a stag still moment in gaming while they adapt and allow AI to improve? That's the mega question that I go through. That's what I go through when I think about that. I'm not like everybody else. I'm like, oh, the console war. Oh, they're going to take away the plastic. Oh, it's not a home console. It's a hybrid. It's not a traditional console. Like, that's that. Y'all sound like Jehovah Witnesses of gamers. Like, y'all want to keep pumping and knocking on people's doors and say, oh, have y'all heard about the traditions of gaming and how great old gaming is? Like, no, we on something new. the 99% ain't worrying about that at all. Only thing they're caring about is who has the content, who gets the entertainment, and where can I get in and how much you want for it. They're not, oh, I'm going to stick with this because it's plastic. No, they don't care. The 1% that's making this fuss, like I said, the golden girls of gamers. We talking about people that's been around since Atari, and their mindset is just embedded, engraved in, if you don't have a closed console that only does one thing and one thing only, which is a key point. It can only do one thing. It can't do nothing else. It got to do one thing and one thing only. It's not considered a console to them. And that's asinine in my opinion. It reminds me of a situation where, cause now we're gonna get into this Steam OS situation. I'm gonna let y'all check this video out before I say what I gotta say.
On this Xbox, you can play games across your entire library, including all the Windows PC game stores, from Xbox and Battle.net to Steam, GOG, and Ubisoft Connect.
Now, you clearly see that this is the Steam OS situation where I said back then in my video, Microsoft literally checkmated Sony to the point of you're starting to see, this is for the Rogue Ally, but this is the Xbox PC beta that they have out right now. And pretty much this is the interface that they're introduced with. My opinion could get a little touch up on certain here and there points, but you know, that's me nitpicking. I ain't too serious. But I told these guys, there's no way Sony can stop this situation of Xbox users being able to play their games, play Sony games, PC games on that Rogue Ally and the future Xbox that Microsoft is making. They was talking about, oh, you can't, they're gonna be able to block it. You can't play your games from the library. You're streaming your games. The games that you own can't be played on it. And it was all lies. It was all false. You can play your library, your games, because it's a separate gaming OS from the Windows OS. That's the reason why they building it from the ground up. Everything is separate. On top of that, Steam has its own storefront. You still have a Windows storefront, which is for the Xbox itself. Still got an Xbox storefront. So all it is, oh, you're not going to be able to play Grand Theft Auto until the PC version come out. Is just, bro, it again, golden girls of gaming. They got dementia. You gotta forgive them. They don't know. They know not what they do. The Xbox itself has Play Anywhere, which is associated with gaming OS or game OS, which is the foundation of Xbox, where you play your games at. Which means when you get this console or this Rogue Ally, your Xbox games will play, which is your library, would play on this device digitally, because your digital library, not your physical, of course, unless you do xCloud or remote play, which you can do, and that will play the disc if you have disc. But it has a game OS that's separate from Steam and the other platforms OSs that's going to be on there, like Epic, etc. Which means you have a variety of ways of playing your games. So when Grand Theft Auto come out, guess what? And the PC version is delayed for a year. Guess what? You're going to be playing the Xbox version of Grand Theft Auto 6. Stop listening to these individuals because they leading y'all down the path that ain't good for you. You're going to go out here and vote with your wallet, and you're going to be missing out on something great, something innovative, something new, something that's pushing the gaming forward. It's up to you if you want to lose it. Me personally, I'm loading up on my Steam library. They got Steam deals going off until the middle of July, I believe what Parker said. I've been loading up on my Steam library. Y'all should be doing the same. And again, it's checkmate season. I'm sorry to tell you, it's checkmate season. Any game from PlayStation that also has a PC announcement day and date or later on is coming to Xbox. You'll be able to play it with your new future Xbox or on Xbox PC. You're going to be able to also play your older games. So God of War is not exclusive no more. I'm sorry to tell you, it's a wrap. It's on PC. Last of Us ain't exclusive no more. Sorry to tell you, it was a time exclusive. It was timed. Uh, Spider-Man, guess what? It's over there with the fam now. We out here famming. Horizon Zero Dawn, guess what? It's over here with the fam. And everybody is crying and speculating, oh, when are we going to get Death Stranding on the Xbox? It doesn't even matter anymore. Because the moment it comes out on PC, guess what? Death Stranding 2 on the Xbox. And in the meantime, in between time while you're waiting, guess what we're going to be doing? Playing a laundry list of games in Game Pass because they release games monthly, not yearly. And they're releasing exclusives. Another nothing burger that they was saying that they was having dementia because even in the Xbox showcase they actually showed off 4 exclusive games that's going to be on Game Pass. I mean on Xbox and not going to PlayStation. Which again is another lie that they talked about. They don't never tell you the truth because they're hurt and they're scrambling for any type of news that they can say negative about Xbox because of the amount of pressure that they're putting on Sony. Sony right now is backpedaling. They're scared. They're going back to their old roots. They're going back to the traditional way that they like. The Golden Girls of gaming's like, which is cool. If that's what you want, fine. You're where you need to be because they're going back to that. They're going back to story-based driven games, third person over the shoulder. I don't know so much about the budget, but we gonna wait and see. And just a heads up, those exclusive games, Grounded 2, which is dropping the last day of July. So next month, only on console. And we already seen, you can't say, oh, it's Grounded, it's trash. No, Grounded 1 went over to PlayStation and it charted. Y'all liked it, y'all wanted it. You're not getting part 2 anytime soon right now, at least. There Are No Ghosts, which is another console exclusive only. Solo Leveling, another console exclusive. And we got a version, I forgot, it's Animo, which is, I call it the fake version of Power World. But guess what? It's on Xbox. It's not on your console that you want. So if you want these said games, you're gonna have to switch over to Xbox. It's just plain and simple. The new Xbox is a monster beast. Cause like I said, it's like, and this is the ideology of these people want you to think about when it comes to this situation. We gonna take it's a weak analogy, but I think it's a fair analogy. Okay, if you go to McDonald's and get a cheeseburger and fry, you know what a cheeseburger and fry at McDonald's tastes like and what it is. You seen the building, you got the golden arches. But guess what? In these people mindset, if you go to the McDonald's at the airport, it's not considered McDonald's no more because it's at the airport. Let that sink in. Same cheeseburger, same fries, same amount of salt, same amount of meat, everything. The same thing, cheeseburger, whatever. It comes with the burger. Only thing difference is the Golden Arches is at the airport. And they'll be like, oh, that's not a traditional McDonald's. Hey, I know it's weak. I said it was weak at the beginning. But this is the type of dementia we got to deal with out here when it comes to this gaming. When they say, oh, it's not a traditional console. Just because it has Steam on there and it plays a plethora of games, not just Microsoft games, which they actually still do play Microsoft said games with their game OS, due to the fact that it has evolved to a mini mall of storefronts. You get Epic storefront, you get Steam storefront, you get GOG storefront, and etc. Just because of this, oh, that's not a traditional Xbox anymore. It's a hybrid. It's a PC now. All of this is built off of PC parts. We did the video showing that the original Xbox, even in its creation, was an Xbox. It was a PC stripped down into a form factor to become an Xbox. Same thing is happening now, and they don't want to accept it. And that's the golden girls of gaming era. Who are you at this point? Who you gonna roll with? You gonna roll with your pocket, or you gonna roll with an individual that's gonna tell you, hey, you need to go out here and shove out thousands of dollars for entertainment when you can save some bread, buy Xbox, the new Xbox, and be able to get your library everywhere. That's what I got for you, man. And I'm gonna leave off with, if you didn't like my analogy and how it went down and how I broke it down, I got another individual for you. While I roll out, I hope y'all have a good day. One love and God bless. Please, now check this video out.
We at PlayStation are happy to announce that we are officially developing the PlayStation 6.
Okay, cool.
And we at Xbox are also excited to announce that we are developing our next-gen consoles powered by AMD.
So, do I get a next-gen Xbox or PlayStation?
So with the PlayStation 6, you'll be able to play PlayStation exclusives day one on release.
What about you, Xbox?
With the next-gen Xbox, you'll have the freedom of a PC with the convenience of a console. This means that you'll have access to stores like Steam and Epic Games. Although we won't have PlayStation exclusives on day one release, you'll be able to play them 12 to 15 months later through the Steam store. In addition to this, you'll be able to play games like Silksong on day one release with Xbox Game Pass.
Okay, that's a no-brainer. I'm getting a next-gen Xbox.
What? Why?
PlayStation, you've really dropped the ball for exclusives. Re-releasing The Last of Us 10 times is not cutting it anymore. Compared to the PS4, the PS5 era was mediocre.